Welcome in to another stitch tutorial. Today we're going to do broomstick, or at least faux broomstick. Now with real broomstick you need extra tools. This you only need your trusty crochet hook, and mine today is made by the lovely Jelena in Serbia, who makes these for her Etsy store. The link for her store is down below. Cutlery designs, very, very good pricing, and she can make to your custom design. Back to the stitch, you need multiples of 4, so you make it as big or as small as you like. So there's my 4. I'll do it a little bit bigger. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and I'm going to finish it on 20. I'm keeping it nice and small because I'm only showing you a demonstration. So when you've done your chain as long as needed, with your hook still in place, bring up that loop so it's about triple the size approximately. Go into the next chain, yarn over and bring up a loop to meet your first. So there's your 2. Into the next chain, yarn over, bring up that loop. So then you've got 3. Let's do it one more time. Yarn over, bring up. From here, you're going to yarn over, pull through all 4, and then chain 1 to close. Now this bit is going to look complicated, but I can assure you when you've got it in your hands, it looks so much easier and is so much easier. So we're going to use these loops that we've just done and put single crochets in them. So we're going right through the middle, so that we have the front of the loops on our hook and the back of the loops are still there. You've literally gone through the middle. Yarn over and pull through, and then we've got half a single crochet there. Let's finish that single crochet off. So that's 1. Next, do another one. That's 2. There's a 3rd. And a 4th. Now that first go on every row is slightly different to the rest of the row. So you must pay attention that you're not doing the same thing as the rest of the row, because you might mess yourself up. So just be careful. But I'll show you how we sort it out. So next unworked chain, bring up a loop. That's 1. Next chain, bring up another. That's 2. Another, 3, and then last chain for this one, bring up another loop. So we've got 4 long loops. Yarn over and pull through those 4, and remember to close that single crochet. From here we're going into the loops again. Now we're going to count that as a single crochet. So in these loops now, we're only going to put 3 single crochets to make a total of 4. So 1, there's a single crochet, in again for 2, and in again for 3. So you've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 single crochets, as it were. So let's go again. Into the next unworked chain, yarn over, pull up a loop nice and high. Next chain, yarn over, pull up nice and high. Next chain, and the fourth chain. So ignore this first stitch on your hook because that is part of the single crochet that you're about to make. You just yarn over and bring through the 4 loops on your hook. There's your single crochet that needs to be finished off, and there we have it. Okay, back into the loops. So there's our second single crochet, first into the loops, second into the loops, and our third and last into the loops to make our 4th single crochet. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you keep repeating that pattern until you've gone right the way across your work. Just do my last single crochet in the loops, and there is row 1. Now if you want to change colour, turn your work and with your new colour make a slip stitch into that first stitch, but as of now back loop only. So as of now is the 1 row repeat. So from here we're on the awkward very first one, so bring up a loop into the back loop only, yarn over and bring up loop 2, back loop only, yarn over, bring up 3, and back loop only, yarn over, bring up the 4th. From here, yarn over and bring through all 4 and chain 1. Okay, now we need to do 4 single crochets into these loops. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and we end with a 4th, and then we can repeat as of the next clump, as it were. So remember, back loop only now. We're going in, yarn over, bring up a nice tall loop, back loop only, yarn over, pull up, next, yarn over, pull up, and the next, yarn over, pull up. So we're ignoring this one. We have 4 long loops on the hook. We're yarning over and pulling through all of those 4, and then we're going to finish the single crochet off. So that's our first single crochet. We need to make 3 more. So again, in between the loops, yarn over, bring through those loops and finish off the single crochet that you're left with. In, yarn over, pull through, there's a single crochet. Now we have 2. And let's finish with our 3rd single crochet in the loops. Okay, they will marry up with what's underneath, so you'll have lines or rows in a vertical stance while you're working in the horizontal. Okay, next unworked, back loop only, yarn over, pull up a nice big loop, back loop, big loop, back loop, big loop, back loop, big loop, yarn over, bring through those 4, and then you have half a single crochet, so finish off that single crochet. So that's our first of 4 single crochets. The other 3 we're doing in the loops. So in we go for our first crochet in the loops, our second single crochet in the loops, and our third single crochet in the loops. Can you see that twist? I really like that twist. It's really nice, and a thick fabric this creates. Looks absolutely wonderful on blankets. Okay, and shawls. Next we're going into the back loop again, and you just repeat across. So you're bringing up 4 loops onto your hook nice and tall. I don't know what I've done here because I've just missed one. Hang on, where did I miss one? That's 1. There we go. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over, pull through 4, yarn over, pull through to finish that single crochet, and then we want 3 single crochets in those loops, or incorporated into those loops. And just keep going across your work. And the last single crochet going in. Let's do 1 more row. Remember, if you want to change colour, once you've turned your work, get your new colour, slip stitch to this first stitch, but make sure it's in the back loop only. So from here, nice big loop, we're going into the next stitch in the back loop and bringing up. Next stitch, back loop only, bring up a big loop. Back of the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 4 on your hook. Remember, this first one is always slightly different to the rest of the row. Pull through all 4 and chain 1. From here we need 4 single crochets, because that's a chain where ordinarily in the rest of the rows it's a single crochet. We need 4 single crochets in these loops on the first cluster. So there is 1, there is 2, and 3, and 4. From now on, we're only doing 3 single crochets in the loops. So back loop only, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, bring through 4. There's our first single crochet. Let's finish it off, and now let's do 3 more via the loops. 1, 2, and 3. And you can see them all marrying up, and continue to the end of your row that you have created. When you give this a go, you won't realise how easy it is until you've got that hook in hand and you give it a go. It is so easy to do. Oops. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. Going in for the last single crochet now to finish the row. And there we have your broomstick stitch. Just remember to do the back loop only, and then you'll have a nice ridge, as it were. Now let's stick a hanky marker on it. If you want a hanky marker, details are down below in the description. And there we have your broomstick lace faux. So, what do you think? Have you tried it before? Are you trying it now? Let me know down below. And also, while you're down there, maybe you might give a thumbs up and possibly subscribe too. Next week, new stitch. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.